What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L here. Now, Netflix had a pretty decent year with its original contents in 2018, and 2019 looks like they're going to have even more original content. So, I'm going to do my top 10 anticipated Netflix new originals of the year. So, these are just like new stuff that's coming out. So, I'm not really counting, returning stuff like Punisher and all. That's actually going to be on a separate video. But these are just, the new stuff that's coming to Netflix. So, with that being said, here's my list. Coming in at number 10 will be a film called The Dirt. Now, this is a movie based on the the iconic rock group Motley Crue. And it's based on a book and it's being directed by Jeff Tremaine, who also directed Jackass. The cast in this is pretty decent. You got Douglas Booth playing the role of Nixie Six, Machine Gun Kelly, who's right now in one of the hottest Netflix movie now, Bird Box. Anyway, Machine Gun Kelly is going to be playing Tommy Lee. Perfect casting, to be honest with you. There's also Iwan Rheon, who was in that short-lived Inhuman show. He's playing Mick Mars. A few other people in this includes Tony Cavallaro from that short-lived School Rock show, playing the role of Ozzy Osbourne. So yeah, I'm really intrigued by this. I'm a sucker for biopics, and movies about music artists is pretty cool too. We just had Bohemian Rhapsody, which was a hit. So maybe this could be Netflix's Bohemian Rhapsody. That's a possibility, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, The Dirt will premiere on Netflix on March 22nd. So yeah, I'm really pumped for that one. All right, coming in at number 9 is an anime show called Tuca and Birdie. You know, Netflix has been killing it with its anime, like adult anime stuff. When you talk about Big Mouth, BoJack Horseman. Now this time around is this new show they have called Tuca and Birdie. Features the voice talents of Tiffany Haddish and Ali Wong, and the anime show tells the story of two 30-year-old bird women who live in the same apartment building. This sounds like it could be a bird anime version of Laverne and Shirley. I'm getting like a Laverne and Shirley vibe from this. And like I said, the adult anime content on Netflix have been killing it. So hopefully this could be the next great one. And adding the talent of Tiffany Haddish and Ellie Wong is a new up-and-comer comic that I've seen like some of her stand-up specials. Ellie Wong is pretty funny, so yeah, I'm really curious to see this Tuca and Birdie series. It doesn't have a premiere date yet, but my money is it'll probably premiere in the summer. That's what I'm guessing. Coming in at number 8 is the comedy murder mystery. Now, this is an unpopular opinion to say, but I've really liked most of Adam Sandler's Netflix comedy stuff. Except that Western he did. I'm a big Sandler fan, and even I thought that Western Ridiculous Six he did, that was not so good. But most of his other Netflix stuff, like what was that one with David Spade, The Do-Over, that was pretty good. There's also Sandy Wexler. And if you guys haven't checked out his comedy special, it's really hysterical. But anyway, in Murder Mystery, it stars Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston as a couple who go on a European vacation to find the spark in their marriage, but they end up getting framed and go on the run for the death of an elderly billionaire. The screenwriter of this is James Vanderbilt, who also Oh, he wrote Independence Day Resurgence. Not so good. But he produced Zodiac. Oh, he produced Slenderman. Oh boy. This could be a hit or a miss, guys. And the film is being directed by Kyle Newacek, who last directed that comedy Game Over Man with the Workaholic guys. That movie was hysterical. And besides Sandler and Aniston, you also got people like Gemma Arterton, Luke Evans, Shiloh Kusuna, who, by the way, played Negasonic's girlfriend in Deadpool 2. She's the one who kept saying, "Hi, Wade." I kind of hope to see more of her in the future. I really liked her in Deadpool 2. Anyway, the great Terrence Stamp is in this. T'Challa's dad, John Kenny, is in this. Of course, he played T'Challa's dad in Black Panther and Civil War, so I gotta say, this sounds like it could be pretty funny. Now, it does have a premiere date, but maybe it'll probably premiere, I don't know, in the summer or April, maybe. That could be the earliest time this could get released in. But overall, I'm a fan of both Sandler and Aniston, so sign me up there. All right. Coming in at number 7 is Velvet Buzzsaw. Now, this film is being directed by Dan Gilroy, who last directed the film Nightcrawler. And now this is actually a film that's going to premiere at Sundance, this month. And in Velvet Buzzsaw, it stars both Nightcrawler co-stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Rene Russo. And the other cast includes Billy Magnuson, Toni Collette, Stranger Things, Nala Dyer, Daveed Diggs. This sounds like it could be something interesting. Here's what Velvet Buzzsaw is about. Big money artists and mega collectors pay a high price when art collides with chimeras. Now, that's not really much of a synopsis, but I mainly look forward for this because, it teams Jake Gyllenhaal with his Nightcrawler co-star and director. Now, Dan Gilroy, his last movie was that Denzel film, Roman J. Israel. I thought that was a big misfire, but Nightcrawler was terrific. So, yeah, I'm really intrigued by Velvet Buzzsaw. Now, it will premiere on Netflix on February 1st, a little earlier than I expected. I've expected it'll premiere like a little later in 2019. So it could be, because it sounds like it could be an Oscar contender. Anyway. Coming in at number 6 is Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance. Now, Dark Crystal, that sorry, Dark Crystal, from the minds of Jim Henson, that was really weird back in the days, but it's still a classic, Dark Crystal is like a new take on the Dark Crystal universe, and the voice cast in this is outstanding. Like, the voices in this includes Catriona Balfe from Outlander, Helena Bonham Carter, Harris Dickinson, Natalie Dormer from Game of Thrones, Kingsman's Taron Egerton, Game of Thrones alum Natalie Emmanuel Hawes in this, Mark Hamill from Star Wars fame, Ralph Ensign, Jason Isaacs, Eddie Izzard, Dio James, who needs a really big hit right now, Toby Jones, Keegan-Michael Key, Gugu Mbatha-Raw, Simon Pegg, Anna Taylor-Joy, Alicia Vikander, Andy Samberg. I mean, the list goes on and on. The cast in this sounds really cool. And it's nice to see Dark Crystal making a comeback because Dark Crystal was a classic. And it seems cool to see Jim Henson's company making more stuff now. We just had Happy Time Murders, which I don't care what anyone says. So let's see how good this Dark Crystal thing will do. And yeah, I mean, who knows? They'll probably end up not being good, but that's wait and see. All I know is I'm actually really intrigued by it. All right, coming in at number 5 is the film Dolomite Is My Name. Now, this actually is being directed by the guy who did Hustle and Flow, Craig Brewer, and it stars Eddie Murphy. You also got the likes of Wesley Snipes, Keegan-Michael Key. Let me pull up the cast list. Let's see. Oh yeah, Chris Rock, Snoop Dogg, Mike Epps, T.I. I mean, talk about ensemble. And in this, Eddie Murphy stars as famed performer Rudy Ray Moore, who assumed the role of an iconic pimp named Dynamite during the 1970s. This sounds like it could be something different for Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, he's really in the need of a comeback now. I mean, God knows if Beverly Hills Cop 4 is ever going to get made. God knows if that Twin sequel is ever going to get made. And I'm pretty sure he's probably going to return for another Shrek movie. But, I don't know. Eddie Murphy lately he hasn't really had, like, the big hit, as he used to. I'm hoping this is it, Netflix has been really good at giving people comebacks, whether it's Winona Ryder or Jodie Sweetin or even Adam Sandler. I'm hoping the same could be said for Eddie Murphy because he really needs a good comeback. Because I'm a big Eddie Murphy fan. Loves lots of his stuff. So yeah, I cannot wait to see how good he does in this. And it's gonna be a drama. And I gotta say, Eddie Murphy, he's the best when it comes to comedy. But he has a stride with drama. He did this little movie called Mr. Church, which was full-on drama. He scored an Oscar nomination for Dreamgirls. I mean, Eddie Murphy could show that he could do more than just straight-up comedy. So, who knows? Maybe when this comes out, it could be an Oscar contender. I mean, it seems like Netflix is trying to get into the Oscar game now. Roma's most likely going to get some nominations. So, that could, of course, be wait and see, but we'll see what happens there. All I know is I'm really intrigued by this. All right, coming in at number 4 is Central Park 5. Now, this is being from Ava DuVernay, who last put out the not-so-good Wrinkle of Time movie. Now, Central Park 5, it's actually supposed to be, I believe, a 6 or 4-part miniseries, I think. Can't remember how many episodes it's supposed to have. But all I know is I really dig the cast in this. Let me put the cast list. The cast in Central Park 5 includes Jovan Adipo Valon, Vera Farmiga, Angeline Ellis, who was just in If Beale Street Could Talk, Salil Harris, Felicity Huffman, Joshua Jackson, Famke Janssen, John Leguizamo, Niecy Nash, Storm Reed, speaking of Wrinkle of Time, Micah K. Williams, a.k.a. Omar from The Wire. Now, the true story of this sounds interesting. Now, it's based on the true story that gripped the country, and the limited series will chronicle the notorious case of 5 teenagers of color who were convicted of a rape that they did not commit. About the story that this is based on, I didn't really follow or anything. But I'm a sucker for true story events, so I'll definitely give this one a go. Ava DuVernay really needs a hit after the abysmal film she just put out, A Wrinkle of Time. Hopefully, this is a good miniseries, because actually Ava DuVernay worked pretty well with Netflix. You know, she recently put out The 13th. I believe she's doing a Prince documentary for Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully Ava DuVernay will do good with this, because like I said, after A Wrinkle of Time, she needs something good right now. Coming in at number 3 is a superhero show called Raising Dawn. Now, Netflix has no idea what they're doing with their Netflix Marvel show. So it looks like they're doing like a Raising Dion, by the way. I didn't call it Raising Dawn. Anyway. Anyway, this is a new Netflix show that stars Michael B. Jordan. And it's about a widow single mother discovers that her son has superpowers and tries to figure out how to raise him safely and responsibly. This sounds like it could be pretty cool. You know, Michael B. Jordan is pretty big with the comic book genre. You know, he was just in Black Panther. Of course, he was in Fantastic Four. Not to mention Chronicle, which was really good, but that's definitely not like a comic book show or anything. But this sounds like it could be something really interesting, and it's always nice to see like an original superhero film or show, because we got so many superhero shows that's based on comic books and all. There's not a whole lot that's just there's not a whole lot of original superhero content out there. So sign me up. I'm definitely down to check this one out. All right. Coming in at number 2 is On the Bright Places. Now, this is based on a book, and it stars Elle Fanning and Justice Smith, who's also going to be in the new Detective Pikachu movie, which I'm excited for, by the way. Now, this is going to be a coming-of-age show for Netflix, and Netflix has been killing it with its teen content. You know, they just had All the Boys I've Loved Before. They had Sierra Burgess' Loser, The Kissing Booth. And this is being directed by Brett Haley, who last put out that terrific movie Hearts Beat Loud with Nick Offerman. Here's what this is a story of Violet Market and Theodore Finch, who meet and change each other's lives forever as they struggle with the emotional and physical scars of their past. They come together, discovering that even the smallest places and moments can mean something. Now, that's not much of a synopsis, but I'm a fan of both Elle Fanning and Justice Smith. And you also got stars like The Runaways, Virginia Garner, Keegan-Michael Key, Alexander Schutt, Luke Wilson, Lamar Johnson, Felix Millard, who right now is on that show Happy Endings. I'm definitely gonna check this one out because I like the cast. The synopsis sounds interesting. The director's pretty decent, so yeah, I'm definitely giving this one a shot. All right, now my number 1 anticipated Netflix original of the year. It's a no shocker. It's The Irishman. I mean, how could The Irishman not be on this list? It's being directed by Martin Scorsese, who's one of my favorite directors of all time. And And it also features a really solid cast that includes Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, Jesse Plemons, Bobby Cannavale, Anna Paquin, Harvey Keitel, Jack Hewson, Ray Romano. I mean, the list goes on and on. Such a terrific cast. And it is a mafia story. And you know me, I'm a sucker for mafia movies and all. And of course, you got De Niro, great cast coming together. The director is one of the best. I cannot wait for this one. Now, lots of studios have passed on it. I think SCX was supposed to pick this up, then Paramount. So now it got dumped to Netflix. I'm hoping The Irishman is good because, the last time Martin Scorsese did a movie was Silence, and I saw that on Epic, and I thought that was a real snooze fest. So hopefully The Irishman is a return to form for Scorsese because he's always been one of my favorites. So cannot wait to see The Irishman. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 10, The Dirt. 9, Tuca and Birdie. 8, Murder Mystery. 7, Velvet Buzzsaw. 6, Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance. 5, Dolomite Is My Name. 4, Central Park 5. 3, Raising Dion. 2, All the Bright Places. 1, The Irishman. Now, there's lots of other ones that's premiering this year. Let me pull the list. There's a new one coming called The Last Laugh with Richard Dreyfuss and Chevy Chase. That looks hysterical. Let's see. There's a film called Close with Noomi Rapace. I love me some Noomi Rapace, so I get that one go. There's one called Girl. I.O. with Anthony Mackie and Danny Houston could be decent. Polar with Mads Mikkelsen and Vanessa Hudgens. I don't know if that would be any good or not. Steven Soderbergh's films High Flying Bird and The Laundromat could be good. It's Steven Soderbergh, so I have faith in it. Chiwetel Ejiofor's directorial debut, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, could be pretty decent. Triple Frontier with Ben Affleck is coming. The Highwayman with Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson could be interesting. There's The King with Joe Egerton and Timothée Chalamet. An anime film called Claws. The Last Summer with Riverdale's KJ Apa and the Fosters Maya Mitchell could be good. The Last Thing He Wanted with Ben Affleck and Anne Hathaway is coming. There's also Michael Bay's Six Underground with Ryan Reynolds. I probably could have added that in my list, but I don't really know a whole lot about that, so that's on the side. And Sundance is coming up, so there's always a 50-50 chance that Netflix will acquire a film from Sundance. So, let me leave it to you guys. What are your anticipated Netflix originals of the year? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.